everyone. Today, we are honored to interview the founder of BetterSize Instruments, Mr. Dong, at Thermally Conductive Materials Forum.
Hello.
Let's take a chance to interview Mr. Dong on some questions about this forum and BetterSize Instruments. Hello, Mr. Dong. May I ask you some questions regarding this Thermal Materials Forum and the BetterSize Instruments company?
Sure.
Thank you. My first question is about today's Thermally Conductive Materials Forum. Do you have any comments and outlook regarding this forum?
Thermally conductive materials are materials with special functions. Examples of thermally conductive materials include boron carbide, aluminum carbide, and aluminum oxide. These materials have relatively high values of thermal conductivities, especially when we are stepping into the information age, where the 5G networks, the internet, and wearable devices are the representative electronic products that are undergoing rapid developments. The core technique within these electronic products is the integrated circuits, and the heat dissipation of the integrated circuits is an important process, since it prevents the circuits from overheating. In my opinion, thermally conductive materials are acting as essential roles in the industries recently. Thermally conductive materials' particle sizes and shapes have a great impact on their performances. In today's forum, our company is delighted to share our experience and innovations in particle size and shape characterization to the industry, and hopefully, we could contribute to the improvement of thermally conductive materials product performance.
Thank you. My next question is, as we know 2020 has been a tough year for many industries, under the impacts of the COVID-19 global pandemic, how does BetterSize respond to these pandemic circumstances?
COVID-19 pandemic is a crisis for public health systems all around the world. The pandemic brings long-term, devastating, and severe impacts on many businesses globally. Some of these impacts might be underlying now and only reveal after some time. BetterSize was impacted inevitably due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. But we have responded by adjusting the company strategies. In the first half of the year, the main objective of BetterSize was COVID-19 pandemic prevention. We converted the majority of our job tasks to be online, such that they can be delivered remotely. For example, communications with clients, after-sales services, marketing development, and technology innovations were all accomplished online. We contacted and provided services to our clients via video calls and online communications. Besides external responses, we also adjust the company strategies internally. We focus more on the research and development of new products, and we also put more effort into the product's quality control. Within the company, we accomplish internal training to better prepare us for future challenges. Stepping into the second half of the year, accompanied by the significant improvement in pandemic control in China, both online and in-person activities of BetterSize are gradually recovering back to normal. I'm glad the COVID-19 crisis in China is almost relived, and people's daily activities are gradually recovering, thanks to the effective pandemic preventive control by the Chinese government. I think this is one of the biggest successes that the Chinese government achieved regarding the pandemic response, since this is crucial to the recovery and further development of the economic society.
The next question is about the BetterSize Instrument Company. What was your objective and motivation of establishing the BetterSize Instruments?
This question dates back to 3 or 4 decades ago, a very distant history from now. I started working at a research institute in 1984. I worked there for consecutive 11 years until I left there and established BetterSize Instruments in 1995. During the 11 years in the research institute, I was responsible for the research on technologies focusing on particle size characterization. Back then, these particle size characterization techniques could not be commercialized and served to the clients. The particle size analyzers in China back in those times were mostly imported from other countries. Therefore, I was hoping to establish a domestic company that could utilize the particle size characterization technologies we had, which was advanced in China and even around the world at that time, to commercialize particle size analyzer production, and to serve the industries that were in the need of particle sizing.
Thank you. And here's the last question. What are the domestic and international market sizes of BetterSize Instruments? How are the growth rates of these market sizes?
After the continuing development in the past 25 years, Bettersize is now the biggest particle size analyzer manufacturer in China. According to incomplete statistics, Bettersize has around 15,000 clients, and over 20,000 pieces of instruments in use now in China and all over the world. Each year, the sales count of Bettersize instruments are over 1,500 pieces. These years, Bettersize has achieved a growth rate in sales each year consecutively, except the growth rate this year might be affected due to the COVID-19 outbreak. The growth rate is approximately 10%. Several factors contribute to this growth rate. On one hand, Bettersize is always encouraging technological development and innovation. We continuously launch new techniques on the market. On the other hand, Bettersize has increasing product quality and performance. After sales engineers reach out to clients and provide assistance and services to them. Judging from the big picture, the economic growth and development in the materials industries in China also provide a wider potential market to the company. In my opinion, the combination of external and internal factors will allow Bettersize to have continually growing sales.
Thank you so much for taking the time for the interview during the busy schedule. Here I hope Bettersize Instruments will continue to move forward and take a lead in the industry. That's it for the interview. Thank you for watching.